Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Wakfu for the 10th of May 2012 with your host Shiraf. And yep, the rollback happened and it was about 44 hours. Needless to say, some people are very pissed off, other people not so much. The compensation for the whole community, let's talk about that briefly. Everybody who logged in during the that time, which was between the 7th of May and the 9th of May, between 4 and 12 PM, you can see it there, has got a free week of subscription. Now, for some people that's going to be brilliant, especially if you're free to play, and honestly that's actually a very good tactic if you're free to play. I'm surprised the company doesn't do things like free pay to play weekends where any free to play players can test out the pay to play content, because it could be good incentive for them to actually pay for the game if they're able to. But a free subscription week, I think generally for most people isn't that great. When it's mashed up against the time you spend on the game, time is often much more important than cash, and some people will happily spend money for like cosmetics and paying for the game. It's not even that expensive to pay for Wakfu compared to a lot of other MMOs, and that's why people have multiple accounts. But a free subscription week for some people, a lot of people, isn't going to be that useful because they're going to pay regardless. And yeah, that might not be happening much because quite a few people are quitting. We'll get onto that in a bit. Ooh, a potion usable only once. This is good, except it doesn't properly work. Yeah, more content which is broken. Oh, we need that test server. Even putting on a content like this for a rollback is breaking. This is just getting silly. Yeah, what the potion is meant to do is it gives you 12 hours of game time. So if you idle for 12 hours, of course you're going to lose it, but you could do something for an hour, log out, come back next week, and you've still got your bonuses for the rest of the 11 hours. But consumed, it gives you 100 wisdom, 50 prospecting, double harvesting XP, double craft XP. Basically, it gives you a lot of stuff, a lot of bonuses for whatever you want to do during that time. It's decent because it's 12 hours. It's not, you know, like a weekend event type thing where you have to play during this time, because not everybody can use it. And it's better than nothing. But 12 hours compared to 48 hours, it has to be balanced. I mean, some people literally logged in during that time, only fed their pets, done not much else, didn't lose much. Other people lost a ton. So this is the best way they can do to balance it. We've also got tokens, 5 silver tokens, 50 bronze. I haven't even bothered looking at those yet, so I don't even know what rewards you can get for tokens from challenges. I'll have to get to grips with that. But yes, that is our compensation. But there's a bit more of a larger issue concerning Wakfu now. Well, with the rollback, you've had a few patches, and one of the things implemented is characters no longer receive spell experience when they reached the level cap. Oh boy. I know there's been an update since, and Ankama have said that they plan to overhaul the entire spell XP system, but the communication is just so bad. I mean, you can just go on the forum and see the reactions. This is what most people's reactions are to this.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So, why is this such a bad thing? Well, people who aren't at the max level at the moment probably won't be too bothered unless they're planning well ahead, but what this means is if you're at the max level at the moment, you can no longer get any experience. That means you can't level up your guild, you can't level up your Maka items. Yes, those items you spent real cash in, you cannot actually level up anymore. That is a big problem, a big problem. It also means, the reason behind it is they don't want everybody to have, you know, level 100 spells in everything, which is just silly considering how specializations happen regardless. But the fact that they're planning on overhauling the entire spell XP system and the spells regardless is leaving people on edge. It could be the best thing that ever happened to Wakfu, but most people have lost their faith in these updates. They really have, and they're expecting it to be worse. They're expecting this game to actually go down to pot, and with other games being released really soon, not many people are sticking around. Some people who have already bought like years-long subscriptions and stuff, even they are abandoning the game. And why is that? Well, as I said before, time is more important than their cash. You could have spent, it's a bit of a gamble, but it wasn't that expensive. You spent a year account, and what it generally means is, okay, they're really not having fun with this game now, they don't like the direction the game's going, they'd rather put their time into something else, and you know, blaming Wakfu as a bad investment as it was. There's still time to turn this around. The first thing that needs to be done is to get proper communication in. We're learning about these updates typically from translations from the French forum and other little changelogs. Come on, you had to know how people would react to this. We don't know what your plans are with the spell system, but you had to know how people would react to this. Negatively, there's been a little bit of positive feedback on it, but most people, you know, are thinking, okay, this is the end of the game, what's the point in even playing? Could be because you're locking people out of content. Some examples are, okay, you've got a class, maybe an Earth IOP, and they've decided, okay, Earth really isn't working for me, I want to change to Fire. But they're at such a level, they can't do that. They're going to have to make a new character. And yeah, that is very, very sucky. They can't change it, they can't level up their spells. Yes, you've said you can transfer the spell experience into separate things. We're just going to have to wait for the updates. It doesn't bear speculating about. But, oh, yeah. You know, this is like... And Camera have basically had a severed arm, they've put a band-aid on it, and then they've chopped off your other arm. It's ridiculous. You need to get your communication sorted out, and judging how the community is going to react, you have to cater to a community. We can't lose any more people from Wakfu. You need to have a constant stream of people, and we need to have new players, new people coming into the game and subscribing, because let's face it, higher levels aren't going to be doing a lot of low level content. They've got better things to do. We need low levels to be able to do that content, and they can put their stuff on the auctions, etc., sell those items to higher players who got the cash. It's how an MMO works. You need to have a flow of new players, otherwise things just get really stagnant. There's one post in the forums, and that's by Zeechback, I hope I'm saying that right, and that is definitely worth a read. It's his opinion of the new XP system, analysing and predicting. It's a very long post, but it's definitely worth your time. It might make you feel more at ease. Macca items will be fixed, of course. It sucks at the moment for those at the level cap. I really hope some of the things he's saying will be right, and this whole overhaul of the skill system will be decent. I really do. And Kame, you can't afford to mess up anymore. I'm sure you know that. So I'm just asking people, put your faith into this, because this could really make or break a lot of players. It really could. So once again, I'm just going to press the issue of you need a test server. You really do. I don't mind if I'm not allowed to play the test server and only, for example, the French community could, because you've still got Wakfu players, you know, testing the game and being able to find out these things, fixing things before the actual content gets in. I mean, every single piece of new content put in, there has been some very sucky issues, very sucky bugs. If you have a look at every select piece, like Lord Crow, the Crow Island, the Lunar Dungeon, yep, some major bugs there. You had crow items dropping, which shouldn't be. You had innies able to abuse fleas using unnatural remedies, and then other stuff, other content coming up, always bugs. Even the Fleester, I still haven't taken the Fleester items off my account. I just don't have the space. That is one thing that has to be sorted. I know that the issue is not having that much bag space, so yeah, you're forced to sell your items, but it just puts new players off and have to delete items and such. It's a bad system. Something needs to be done. Yeah, you do miss the guild banks from Doofus. Well, normal banks, not guild banks. Yet to try out the guild banking game, but yeah, test server for somebody, anybody from the community. Keep the community separated if you need to, even though I don't agree with that. But yes, test server, I think it's imperative. That could solve a lot of issues. Not going to solve all the issues, but it's a start. Oh, I've got so much to ramble about, but I've done enough here, I think. So, take care, and Let's hope that Wakfu doesn't get too hurt from all this.
No, God! No, God,